Junior Challenge, and I am here talking about the newest technological advancement, the brain-computer interface. Through my course and my findings for a significant technological advancement study, I came across a high-tech, unrecognized neurological advancement called brain-computer interface. The whole purpose of this advancement is to change the lives of those with disabilities such as neurological incurable disorders. At Brown University, researchers have succeeded in creating the first wireless, implantable, rechargeable, long-term brain-computer interface. As we zoom up over here, on this diagram, we can see how the brain-computer interfaces work. On the bottom right, the implanted electrode in this arm relays a signal from the brain to the robotic arm to close the hand. On the left, the implanted electrode in this arm allows healthy muscles to receive signals from the brain to close the hand. The patient mentally visualizes both hands closing. Therefore, the electrochemicals and the neurons sending messages from the brain can send messages to the robot to initiate movement. The damaged muscles block normal brain signals, usually. But since this technological advancement is now being placed, now patients with immobilized muscles can now be mobilized. And see how the brain-computer faces truly work. For example, if you were to clench your right fist together, the robot would go right. It's a computer, it's not invasive, so it's not a computer chip actually in your brain, but it is a wireless plant on top of your head that will be taking all your neural impulses, and instead of creating motor output or motor action, it's actually going to be taking the messages from your brain and acting them upon the robot. So, for example, if you had disabilities such as being paralyzed, you would think in your brain, I want to make the robot go right. You would clench your right fist together, and it would enable the robot to go up. It's all within the controllers of your mind. So if you can imagine clenching both fists, the robot would go up. Here's how it works. When the controller imagines a certain movement without specific neurons, the brain's motor cortex produces electric currents. So as you can see here, as noted before, we can see how clenching both fists can initiate movement with the robot. Currents are detected by the electrodes, which is roughly around 64 electrodes. This is all produced within an EEG cap. It sends signals to the computer. The computer translates the signal pattern into a command, and it beams it to the robot via Wi-Fi. As you can see here, although this is invasive to the human skull, the electrode is placed like the size of a baby Advil inside the brain. The electrode translates signals from the neurons and allows messages received to the brain to initiate robotic movement. To help those with disabilities such as neurodegenerative diseases, to help them regain mobility, confidence, and enhance their lives. This would be considered a life science, and this is imperative and vital to the future, because not only is it going to be creating our future, but it's going to be helping and improving those with completely incurable diseases. This is my technological advancement study. Thank you for watching. Here we see just how great this impact of this advancement is towards people. A 58-year-old woman, paralyzed by a stroke for almost 15 years, uses her thoughts to control a robotic arm, grasp a bottle of coffee, serve herself a drink, and return the bottle to the table. The study represents the first demonstration and the first peer-reviewed report of people with disorders using brain signals to control a robotic arm in three-dimensional space to complete a task usually performed by their arm. Specifically, S3 and T2 controlled the arms to reach for and grasp foam targets that were placed in front of them using flexible supports. In addition, the S3 used the DLR robot to pick up a bottle of coffee to bring it to her and issued a command to tip it, drink through a straw, and return the bottle to the table. This experiment was conducted at Brown University. Quoted by Dr. Leah Hochberg, our goal in this research is to develop technologically that will restore independence and mobility for those who are paralyzed or have limb loss. This shows the true significance of this advancement and how it will change the lives of those who are immobile and can do things now beyond their imagination. It is evident how science can not only create, but it can enhance and improve life.